Okay, we're going to start the preview here in just a minute. If we get you got about 2 minutes, and then we'll need to clear the arena, and we'll get started with the preview. We are up live on the live stream and flowing, so in 2 minutes we will get started with the preview. Consignors, please be ready to go as we call for you. Okay, if we can get the arena cleared, we're going to get started with the preview. Consignors, we're going to start this out. When you come in to the arena, you're going to have rough 60 seconds as long as they're out of the way of the incoming horse. But then we need you to clear out of the arena after that. We're going to need to keep this moving to make sure we get through all the horses and have time to rope. So we're going to keep this moving fairly quickly. Please be ready to go when your horse is called. If we call for a horse and it's not ready, we have time. With that, we want to welcome everybody to our 6th annual fall horse sale here in Panguitch, Utah. We're at the Triple C Arena. For the first time, we're doing our preview outside. We've got a lot of other events we're working around with Cowboy and Cowgirl Days. We appreciate the Triple C in Panguitch City for putting this all together and the opportunity to be here. And with that, we're going to get started with hip number 1 in the preview. Hip number 1 is Lucky Tivio Rocket. He is a 2017 AQHA gelding, consigned by Gene Hetleved and the HQH Ranch out of Robinson, North Dakota. He is by High Rollin' Lucky, by High Rollin' Roni, by Roan Prairie 65 on the top, also Yellow Joe Hancock 77 on the top. On the bottom, he is out of Rolling Rocket Bar, by Fire Me a Winner, by Taylor Jess Tivio, and High Rollin' Roni again on the bottom. If you're not familiar with the Hetleveds and their program, they have a great program for foundation horses. And have been putting horses in our sales for several years. They always have very nice horses. This is a 16-2 hand gelding. He's big, solid young gelding that's super gentle, very willing, and a big traveler dude. He has a solid foundation with no vices. This gelding will run cattle, good to rope on, friendly, and in your pocket. Here's one of your last chances to own a grandson of High Rollin' Roni. Quentin, who's riding this horse today, has been riding him out there in the feedlot and out on the ranch. I've talked with Quentin quite a bit about this horse and how good of a gelding he's been. Quentin rides a lot of these horses for Gene, and he knows what they are. And they just always, this program always produces really, really nice horses. When I was walking the pens yesterday, I noticed, walking up in this picture, it's hard to tell just how big and solid this gelding is. He is a true 16-2 hands and a good solid front shoulder on him. Just a really nice, good, solid gelding here. Okay, moving on to hip number 2. This is Wrangler. This is a 2008 great gelding brought to us by Tim Cobb out of Weiser, Idaho. We saw Wrangler do the trail course Thursday night. I think he did it 3 different times. Did a great job in there. This is a 15-hand gelding. If you're looking for a good-looking all-around gelding, here he is. Wrangler's been an awesome ranch and trail horse. They have an awesome neck rein. He has an awesome neck rein and an amazing personality. His greatest asset has been as a guide for their family and friends. They can throw anybody on this horse and know he'll be well taken care of. Wrangler's a good one, and they will definitely miss him. Again, we signed work in the trail course the other night with 2 different riders. Been watching this horse all weekend. Just a good, solid, nice, well put together all around. I know if you're not familiar with the Cubs, they run about 20,000 acres up there in Weiser, Idaho. A lot of it's some pretty rough country. They run several hundred head of cows up there, and I guarantee you that he's seen all of that country up there and been used all over the ranch. They get a lot of guests on that ranch, and as they mentioned in the write-up, this is one that they can put those guests on and pretty much feel confident that anybody can ride. Okay, we're going to bring in hip number 3. Hip number 3 is Big Mac. This is a 2010 grade gelding brought to us by 6 Shooter Livestock out of Blackfoot, Idaho. He's a 15-hand, 11-year-old quarter horse. They say anybody can ride Big Mac. He's been used on the ranch and has all the right buttons. He neck reins, side passes, backs up, loves to work. He's comfortable to ride, and just an all-around nice horse. He will also get you down the trail with ease. He's big, pretty. Most important, he's gentle. We also want to point out with 6 Shooters horses, all of their horses in the sale today, they voluntarily went and had a pre-purchase exam done on. Those are posted in the pictures on the SMB website in the gallery, as well as on the Octria site. So if you look at horses, note that there are pre-purchases available. Also, we want to remind everybody there's videos up on most of these horses. For sure, all the 6 Shooters. If you search the SMB YouTube channel, you'll find a gallery for the fall sale. Okay, we're going to bring in hip number 4. Hip number 4 is Dillion. Dillion is a 2007 grade gelding brought to us easy to catch with great manners, ground manners, absolutely no buck. He's been ridden on by all ages and all levels of riders. All of them get along great with him. Dillion is a great trail and hunting mount and has seen lots of dead game and pack animals. I believe the Cubs were just out bear hunting here about 2 weeks ago, and I think they had this horse out on that hunt. So, again, the same ranch, 20,000 acres and several hundred head of cows that these horses get used on. See a lot of rough country up there. We have some vet notes from the check-in this morning that's being updated in Octria right now. We did open the online bidding at the beginning of this preview, so there is, you can go in and pre-bid in the catalog on the Octria site, but make sure that you note the vet notes that may have been entered. There were not a lot of vet notes from this morning's check-in, but there were a handful. So make sure you check those if you're bidding online so that you're familiar and aware. We also have a couple other notes that we'll announce here through the preview as well as going into the sale. Moving on to hip number 5. Hip number 5 is Little Joe Skippa. This is a 2004 AQHA gelding brought to us by Wade Davis out of Ballard, Idaho. Little Joe Skippa is by Skippa Firecracker, by Brianna Skipper 2, by Reed's Shipper Lad. Also, Rula's Skippa Star on the top. On the bottom, he's out of Ice Capade Lady, also who's by Swedish Hawk, by Black Hawk Lido, and also Roper's Cap on the bottom. He's a 2004 model APHA, so Paint Horse Association. Reining training. He spins, slide stops, flying lead change. They've also had him in the mountains hunting and pushing cows. He's been in a bunch of queening couple of runs on this horse coming out of the box. He's been a 10-year-old pre-purchase done on him. Okay, so they do have a pre-purchase exam. I believe we have one up. We'll double check that. If not, we'll make sure it gets up. Okay, he just said they did have a pre-purchase done. Everything cleared, was good. Nice horse. We saw him run last night. They mentioned going in the mountains. That is going to be in the Uintas all over. So we're going to move on to hip number 6. And they're going to come in with the tarps. So hip number 6, this is Ace's Cash Dash. This is a 2016 AQHA gelding brought to us by Kara Washburn out of Cedar City, Utah. And Washburn Performance Horses is out there. He is by Sky Cash Coop, by Action Cash, by the Great Dash for Cash. Also Plenty Try on the top. On the bottom, out of Chic's Obvious Lass by Gonna Be Chic, by Chic's Lass, and also obviously a cowboy on the bottom. He's a 16-hand, big, pretty horse with a quiet mind and a lot of ability. He's been used on the ranch, in the mountains, trail riding, as well as in the arena. He's ready to take you where you want to go, no matter your specialty. He's absolute gentle every day, never fresh or humpy. He's a pocket pet that will follow you everywhere for attention, or better yet, for a treat. He has the ability to be a fancy barrel prospect. He's showing a lot of talent as they've started to rope on him out of the box. He has a quiet mind and a leisurely will allow for a leisurely trail ride as well. He's soft in the bridle, willing to please, and easy to ride. He does have a small wire scar on his left front leg, but it's superficial and doesn't cause him any problems. I talked with Kara about this horse the other day myself, and she just told me how good he's been and all the things that they've gone out and used him for, that he really has a nice finish on him, and ready to go out and really make somebody a nice horse, and he's got his whole life ahead of him. Okay, we're going to move on to hip number 7. Hip number 7 is Felipe. This is a 2009 draft cross gelding brought to us by RMO Horse. He stands 16 hands, approximately 1,400 pounds. They've used him in rough terrain. He'll ride the same load and good to haul. I walked out and looked at this horse in the check-in process this morning. He's got big, solid feet. If you're looking for just a big, solid, good mountain horse, trail horse, ranch horse, here's one right here in front of you. He's big enough and solid enough. You probably pack an entire elk out on him. He's got big, solid black feet, just a big, solid, all-around, nice draft cross gelding. RMO brings us a lot of these really nice draft crosses, and we always see that people are excited to get them when they get them bought. Okay, moving on to hip number 8. Hip number 8 is Pepper. This is a 2018 draft cross gelding brought to us by Adrian Madera out of Weiser, Idaho. Do we have Pepper out there? Is he coming? Pepper call number 2. Pepper call number 3. Okay, let's move on to hip number 9. Hip number 9, I'm not sure we're going to show on the preview. It's a long yearling. So I'm going to touch on, so hip number 8, again, is a 2018 draft cross gelding brought to us by by Adrian Madera. Nice little blue roan horse. The picture shows him in his winter coat, but he is blue roan. Hip number 9 is Isa Pink Cadillac. It's a 2020 AQHA stallion. He's a special suite on the bottom and is eligible for all of the major futurities and incentives on the barrel side. So make sure you check them out. Hip number 10. Let's bring hip number 10 into the sale ring. Hip number 10 is Jerome. Jerome is a 2010 grade gelding brought to us by Cobb Family Horses and Mules out of Weiser, Idaho. I say that he's big boned and solid in the shoulder. 1,500 pounds, I believe that's probably pretty accurate. And he's black as a stovepipe. He wears a number 2 shoe on all 4 feet. He's been used on the trails in the desert country, out on the forest, great for any level of rider. Sound, gentle, same horse every day. I know Matt's been telling me if you're looking for something to go doctor a bull or haul an elk out on, put together gelding. This is Pepsi Paco. This is a 2017 AQHA gelding brought to us by Keaton Phillips out of Weiser, Idaho. Also, Smart Chicolina on the top side on these papers. On the bottom, out of Dazzle. You got a heck of a pedigree there of working cow horse, as well as some reining mixed in. He's athletic. He's friendly. He's pleasing young horse to ride. He knows both leads. He can stop on a dime, turn around, has tons of experience in the arena, and is seasoned on the ranch, gathering bulls to bathe and load. Talked with Keaton a little bit about this horse when he got him unloaded yesterday. Just a really nice, solid gelding. He's only 4 years old. He's got his whole life ahead of him, but he's ready to go out and start doing a job for somebody. And you look at that pedigree again. You've got all kinds of working cow horse on that pedigree. Good, nice, solid gelding here. We do want to remind everybody at the end of this preview, we will be running some steers through. Some of the horses that roped, I know we saw some of them rope in the jackpot last night, but we will be running some steers through at the end of this for the rope horses. Moving on to hip number 12. Hip number 12 is Cutpatrick, a bargain. Do we have him out there? I think I see him running across over there. I do. Here he comes. Cutpatrick, a bargain is a 2016 AQHA gelding brought to us by Bill Boswell out of Goshen, Utah. He's by Royally Patrick, by Royal Chicolina, by the Great Smart Chicolina. Also just plain Colonel on the top. On the bottom, out of Cut Doc, a bargain, by Duck WM Cutter, by Great Doc's Prescription. Also Speed Omer on the bottom. So you got a great cow horse pedigree right there, and again a little bit of reining mixed in there with the Smart Chicolina line, as well as the cutting part of Smart Chicolina's line. So this is a 15 two-hand gelding from the branding pen, worked in the feed yard in the extreme trail competition Thursday night. I think he took just a good, nice, solid gelding with a heck of a pedigree behind him. If you don't know Bill, he's nodding his head. Yes, he does. He does some great clinics, and he does a lot of great work and getting a good foundation on these young horses. If you follow him and watch him ride, you can tell that he gets a good, solid, the right kind of foundation. You see him working and spinning on his feet there. So, billiards. This is a 2015 grade gelding brought to us by Lundstrom Livestock out of Jerome, Idaho. He's 14-3 hands. They've used him on the ranch doing everything that needs to be done. He's really broke through the body. Dutch is very gentle, easy to haul. 2 horses and the pony that they've got here, and what they've seen out of these young horses over the last nice, good, solid hip on him. We've got a lot of good, solid, all-around horses in this sale. Ricky Bobby, this is a 2009 grade gelding brought to us by Cobb Family Horses and Mules. We saw him last night roping in the breakaway jackpot as well as the team roping jackpot. He won first and second in the breakaway jackpot, and I think he went into the short call in the team roping last night with 4 callbacks between Matt. He's just a good, solid, all-around finished heel horse and breakaway horse. He's 15 hands. The box has a big stop. He's been used for junior high and high school rodeo. Absolutely a good all-around horse, as you can find. If you are looking for a rope horse, I'm going to point out again, I think they entered him 4 times in the breakaway last night. He ran probably 12 or 13 runs on that. They had him entered 7 times in the team roping last night. I think on almost all of those they made it back to the second round, and 4 or 5 of them back into the short go. We watched him go through that box over and over again last night. He stood there like a gentleman each time and was solid in the box every time he went out of it. Okay, I'm going to turn this over to Skylar to announce for the next handful of horses while I go take care of a few other things. We'll just keep going, rolling through here, but I'm going to turn the mic over to Skylar to keep going. Octria site. If you go in there, they did provide a pre-purchase on Ricky Bobby.
All right. Hip number 15, Mitch. Mitch is a 2015 grade gelding, consigned by 6-Shooter Livestock. Again, all their horses have pre-purchase exams. Mitch is 14-3 hands, 6-year-old gelding, fancy broke gelding. He's been used to doctor cattle, sort cattle, used as a flag horse at ropings. Also, if you want, he's a true family favorite. Hopefully everyone has had a chance to get in contact with Larry or any of the I believe all the pre-purchases are available on the SMB website or Octria. As you go through, go along throughout the day, but let's keep them in mind and do it with hip number 15, Mitch. Seven is 15-1 hands, 2015 grade gelding, coming along nicely with a great demeanor and personality. Catch is good, shoes good, and saddle's good. Has plenty of experience in the backcountry and does great crossing water. Big and stout. I got a little ahead of myself. I guess this is hip 16 coming in. This is 7, it looks like. He's big and stout. He would make a good rope horse prospect. That performed last night in any of the competitions, let me know when you come in here and we'll get that announced. Again, that was hip number 16-7. All right, we're going to keep moving along. Hip number 17, leader of the patch. Consigned by Quinn Peterson out of Orem, Utah. AQHA registered out of, looks like he goes back to Key Patch, Leia Patch. AKA Whiskey. 2015 AQHA gelding. Whiskey is a great trail horse, well-mannered. He started right with a great disposition and is ready to go in any direction. It's traffic safe. His one-handed neck rein is great, and you can ride him with a loose rein. Would be a great... Again, that's hip number 17. Leader of the patch. He looks like the kind of horse you can just get on and go ride all day long and not even want to come home with. So, okay, hip 17. That was leader of the patch. Looks like hip number 18 was a scratch. Out of Weiser, Idaho. We here? 19 is 2012 grade gelding. Joey is nice, really good to look around, super easy to catch, and has never offered to buck. He's an absolute stunning horse with great... Go ahead and make sure you check him out. We're going to keep moving right along. We've got a lot of horses to get through. Hip number 20, Highway 85. Start back in. Highway 85 is AQHA registered. Looks like we've got 6 fulls and easy 6. They call him Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke is a big, stout gelding with solid legs or any other task at hand. He's been used in the arena as well and has a good ride, but he isn't recommended for kids or novice riders. He's listed. Go online, check him out. All righty, and that's Highway 85. All right, hip number 21, Custom Chrome Tonight. Another horse consigned to us by Wade Davis out of Ballard, Utah. Looks like he's AQHA registered. Top Gun Tonight, Top Gun Whiz, Top Sail Whiz. Down on the bottom side, Custom Chrome, Chrome Plated Jack. And they call him Chrome. Chrome is a 2015 AQHA gilding. Beautiful 5-year-old gilding. He stands at an easy 14-2 hands. He is as handy as a Swiss Army knife. We absolutely love him. He has loads of personality and is always happy to meet you at the gate. He was started by one of the top rating programs in the country. He has his NRHA license and also has his NRBC certificate. We've been roping heads and heels on him and ready to show in the working cow. Slide pass, slide stop, and spin on a dime trailer. He also has the agility to excel in any direction and personality to always be your favorite guy. Having said that, he does have some bone issues on him, and that should all be listed again on the website or Octrius. So that's hip 21 Custom Chrome Tonight. So alrighty, hip number 22. AQHA gilding, sounds like a yearling. Consigned by Greg Torgerson out of Richfield. I don't think they're going to show him, but again, he's a Aiken Dash. Lane's Leister, a lot of really good bloodlines on there. I do believe the picture shown is the sire of him. I believe that his actual picture has been updated on the website. So, but again, check him out, hip number 22. We're going to move on to hip number 23, Ace. Ace is a 2008 grade gilding consigned by JC Performance Horses out of Congress, Arizona. Ace is our go-to horse for anything we want to do horseback. He's been ridden on the ranch, in the mountains, and in the desert. He started roping in the arena, has been used at a few brandings. He's gathered cattle in all kinds of terrain, and he has worked in a sale yard. He's used to move cows long days in big country. He's happy to walk down an easy trail or string out and really cover the country. He is always gentle, well broke, and a pleasure to be around. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to get in contact with JC Performance Horses, ask any questions on him. Looks like a nice, quiet little paint. Has some good color to boot. Again, that is hip 23, Ace. All right, hip number 24, Conway. Conway is a 2015 grade gilding, consigned by Quinn Howe. Looks like through Jake Stevens. Conway is a real cool 6-year-old half draft. He's jet black and has a real cool way of traveling. He's great in the mountains. He's got a great personality and really easy to catch. Loads in any trailer, and he's 100% sound with great feet and legs. Probably not for a brand new beginner, but a real nice horse if you've been around horses at all. Don't miss out on him. Looks like we do have a little vet note. And I don't even believe it's much one. It sounds like he did days that should go away. But it sounds like it may have just happened on the way here. I'm going to double check on that to where I'm not making any assumptions. But it sounds like a minor thing and should go away shortly. So was he in the roping last night at all? Started on roping then. Awesome. Sounds like Conway is started on roping. Just I don't know how long he's been, but it does sound like he's started on it. So Alrighty, that is hip 24 Conway. Alrighty, due to being outside for the preview, we are working on a Wi-Fi signal that we understand is making the feed a little bit laggy. For the sale, we will be inside and hardwired, which should eliminate any of the lagging effect. The feed will not affect the online bidding in any way. When we get inside and we start selling horses, that should go away. There shouldn't be any issues there. We will be hardwired. And I'm not a computer guy, but I'm going to trust him and just say that things will be better when we get selling horses. Alrighty, hip number 25. Is this Lily? Alrighty, consigned to us by McLean Charleston out of Kanosh, Utah, 2019 draft mare. Lily is an incredible full draft animal, half Belgian, half Suffolk punch. She is in her youth with her whole life ahead of her. She has been very well taken care of and given an excellent start. She was turned out and raised on the range with regular human interactions. She loves people and getting all of the attention. In late summer, she was started in her training. She is an absolute no BS horse. Training has progressed very rapidly because she has the perfect attitude and tons of intelligence. Because of her very calm nature, she has already pulled in singles, doubles, and has helped in ranch work under her saddle. She can track a cow, sort, and rope. She has no fears and is very confident. Lily has developed a soft handle. She is so she is way easy to ride. Her soft handle is easy to see from afar, whether she is riding around or pulling under harness. Her feet are large with great integrity. Her legs are straight and free from blemishes. Her back was well made for a saddle. She will excel as any kind of work or recreational horse. Lily's conformation is built to last her for the many years ahead of her. Whoever takes her home, Lily will be buying a picture-perfect horse to love. Again, hopefully, if anybody's had any questions, most of these consignors have been really good to list their information. Hopefully, you've had a chance to get in contact with them, ask any questions you have. And she's going to make someone an awesome horse. For sure, she does. She looks like a sweetheart. Again, that is hip number 25, Lily. First time in the arena, too. I believe she did go down to the Fillmore. She went down to the Fillmore event. Seemed like it was a festival of some kind and did really well down there. Is that correct? So she went and took tourists around for 2 days at the Heritage Festival of some kind. So